This is gonna be one of the videos that I didn't want to make, and it's gonna be one of those things that I'm gonna be like really open right now, because normally I never told anyone about this, and right now it's one of those things that is gonna be very different compared to the rest of my videos. So you read the title correctly. I'm at a point where I'm just at my lowest. I just hit rock bottom, and it's gonna be really hard to get myself out of a situation. So I'm at rock bottom. I'm glad to like climb my way up at the moment, and it's just tough, you know. I mean, I had high hopes for the future. I had high hopes. I had dreams. I had aspirations. I had visions of a normal life that I was desperate for, you. And I never even had that. Like 10 years ago, I was living with my mom and dad, and I'm at like dreaming of like traveling to 48 countries in 4 years in 2020, but I just never had that. Can I say? Something like that. Right now, I went back to my own addiction, and before then, never had an addiction. I had like, well, before I had addictions, I had porn addiction, I had coffee addiction, I had like energy drink addiction, and I just drank a lot of energy drinks. I drank like so much of it just to fill the void up, loneliness. And I even had like a porn addiction because I had trouble talking to women. I had trouble talking to women, and it wasn't even easy. So I would never felt so happy in my entire life. And it wasn't easy. So next week, I'm going to turn 27. And when I turn 27, I'm going to have all these regrets in my entire life. Because I'm going to turn 27 next week. I don't have a driving license. I don't have a car. I don't have my own place. I don't have a good job. I don't have a partner. I don't have a holiday. I have nothing. And it's really tough at the moment because I'm just forced into this reality where I have to wake up and just deal with this reality that I hate to deal with. And it's really tough. It's mentally damaging because in the past months, I've been trying to find a way to make some money for myself, and I couldn't be able to like find it. I tried to do it on eBay. I made a sale, but all my profits are like gone. I made no profits out of it because of eBay charging me a lot of money. The customer got their product, but I made no profit from that product at all, which I'm really disappointed of. Etsy, I created an Etsy store, minimal art. I made no sales out of it. I worked so hard on the product just to help what the customer's looking for, and I found no sales out of it. I found no sales, which was really disappointing. I was going through a hard time of like trying to like do some freelance work, but I found no sales out of it, and it's just not easy. I made no sales. I made no progress, and I'm really disappointed. I'm having this kind of reality right now. 10 years ago, I was at college. And I never had a normal life. Everything was like down for me before. And I never had like a normal life growing up. And I'm waking up to this thing where every time when I go to college, I get controlled like a sheep by my parents. I never get to grow up like everyone else, which was a shame. So I was like mostly eating just to fill that void up. I was eating junk over and over again just to fill myself up. And it sucks. And whenever it was like 2014, try to get a job. I failed. Try to get an apprenticeship. Never got an apprenticeship. But they say you need a job. But normally you need experience to get a job. And I was at a point where, what the hell am I going to do with my life anyway? So when I was like 2016, I believe, I quit going to college because it was just too much headache for me anyway. I was 20 years old. I dropped out of college. And I had like no dreams or aspirations at the moment. And it was like not easy. So ever since I left, I just had no interest of going to college because it was just too much headache for me. I mean, there was no direction. I had too much free time. And I never knew what I needed to do, which was a shame. And I was having a hard time like accepting this as a reality for me because I wasn't able to like get a regular job. I was growing up like everyone else. I was growing up like an adult, doing my own stuff, mind my own business. Then my parents were like controlling me, telling me do this and do that, which I don't want to do because I'm just growing up. I mean, it's not like something dirty or stuff. It's just growing up kind of thing. Cut your hair short, this and that. I just don't mind like growing my hair out, you know. I just want to keep myself clean and simple. But it's just, I'm growing up for goodness sake. And it's just the mental stress I had to go through. The mental stress of like growing up, the mental stress like stealing stuff wasn't even easy. I just went for like things. I was playing games. I was like mostly browsing when I was a teenager 10 years ago. And I was just not mostly happy about that time. So whenever I was like doing those things, I never felt really happy. So 10 years later, I'm in a position right now. I mean, before then, I had high hopes for the future because I had a job at Starbucks. Because I thought that I would get a paycheck of £1,000 a month, like a 5-figure salary. But I never got that. My total pay in 1 year from Starbucks was £6,000. And I never felt happy because I mostly am working, but I never found the quality time for myself what I'm looking for. My paycheck goes down, my freedom goes down, everyone around me has a normal life, and I'm working at Starbucks at the age of 26, alone, depressed, dealing with things I hate to deal with, and seeing everyone around me growing up, and I'm just falling apart like a cinder block falling from the sky. I'm just having a hard time accepting this reality right now. I mean, like, I had high hopes and dreams of my future, and I see nothing out of it. And the longer I can't work at this job, the more miserable I will ever be. This job never gave me what I wanted. I've always wanted a regular job, but I couldn't get that, could I? And I'm having a hard time accepting this. It's just not easy. And now I've hit rock bottom. I don't have enough to live. I don't have enough to survive. I'm having a hard time accepting this reality. And everyone around me has a normal life. I mean, former colleagues of mine has a child. And I'm 26 years old with no child, no partner, and no one to love. I'm just living with my mom, and I'm just working to survive with chump change that I can barely live with. My boss telling me that you got a roof over your head and you got food on the table, but what about my freedom? I don't have anything right now to enjoy in life right now. All I can do is just eat ice cream and just watch anime, and that's it. It's just not easy right now. I've been going to progressive opportunity to make some money. No luck. I mean, I'm not going to give up on that anyway. But it's just that I've hit rock bottom. I've hit at my lowest point. I went back to my old routine, playing video games, drinking energy drink, drinking coffee, going back to watching porn. I hate it. I literally hate it so much. I never felt so disappointed in my life at the moment, age 26, working at a company where teenagers work and everyone around me has a normal life, who has a loving partner, a child, and their own home. And here I am with no one to spend time with, no child, and lack of savings. I don't have much to live. I got savings, but it's not enough to help me live. My holidays gone back to that blackmail. My birthday is gone. I'm having a hard time accepting this reality. You know, like 10 years ago, I'm having these life regrets. 10 years ago, I tried to kill myself. Right now, I feel like I'm at the lowest point in my life. I never knew life would be this disappointing for me right now. Oh my God. 10 years later, ever since I tried to kill myself, I never knew life would be this way. I thought that was my own place, a good job, and a normal life. But I don't even have a normal life. I have nothing. I have nothing at the moment to live. It's just all gone down to shit right now for me. You gotta turn that to a positive, but it's just, I'm 26 years old. I'm 26 years old. I'm a virgin. And I never even fell in love. I never even been on a date in my entire life. That's not a sad part itself. I mean, that's less concerning. But it's just all this time I ever had. I never had a normal life. It's just gone. Everything is just falling apart for me. I let my family down, I let my nephew down, I let my niece down. I let my sister down. I let my other sister down. I let my friends down. I let everyone down. I just wish I went back in time to fix all of this so that I would just wake up to a normal life. The fact that I had to wake up to another day and to wake up to hell once again is going to be hard to accept. Because every waking day of my life, I hate to wake up to this. I hate to wake up to this nightmare. Ever since my mother just left, since February 14th, on this year itself, she left on Valentine's Day. But it's just that a year ago, I had high hopes for the future. I had high hopes that I could have a chance of going out with someone. But it's just, I'm not getting paid well to live